I'm Jocelyn Katz and I am the head of the ENS Competition Department.
I'm Lizelle Bluchnoot, I'm an executive.
Priyanka Downton, Competition Law Senior Associate.
Aidan Scallon, an executive in the Competition Department.
Hi, I'm Lamise. I'm a Senior Associate in the Competition Department.
My name is Jay Scholl and I'm an associate.
My name is Aziza Mdee and I'm an executive in the ENS Competition Department.
I am Natalia Lopes and I am an executive in the Competition Law Department.
My name is Sazi Mazlala. I'm a senior associate in ENS's Competition Department.
My name is Jessica Cock and I'm an associate, third year in the Competition Department at ENS.
My name is Wade Graaf and I am an executive in the Competition Department at ENS.
I'm Rick van Rensburg and I'm an executive in the Sandton office of ENS.
Justin Balkin and I'm a director.
Darishka Chetty, executive at ENS.
Hi, my name is Zaid Bayat and I'm an associate in the ENS Competition Department.
My name is Piwe Dlamini, I'm an associate.
Hi, I'm Taylor Tarana, I'm a senior associate in the Competition Department.
I'm based in our Cape Town office.
Sandton, Johannesburg.
Sandton, Johannesburg.
I am based in Cape Town.
Johannesburg.
Cape Town.
Cape Town office.
I pursued a career in competition law because I enjoy the hybrid between law, economics, and business.
I really like the interplay between economics and law, and competition law is the perfect combination of those.
It chose me.
I think competition law maybe chose me in a way. I landed relatively accidentally in it, but I suppose why I stayed is really because of the marriage between law and economics, and because I'm really nosy and I like knowing a lot about people's businesses and what they do, and I think this gives me the opportunity to learn a lot.
It was a happy accident. I always wanted to be a lawyer, but then I wavered slightly at the end of matric and decided to do a BCom in economics instead. But as I sort of got to the end of my BCom, I decided to go back to law, and so I did a postgrad LLB. And then the marriage of law and economics was a good one, and that's how I landed up choosing competition law.
I chose it because it is such an interesting amalgamation of law and economics, and it's always intellectually stimulating, and there's never a dull moment.
I was introduced to the world of competition law when I chose it as an elective in university. And since then, it's piqued my interest and became an area of law that I wanted to learn more about, looking at how competition law affects markets, businesses, and all of us as consumers. And yeah, I pursued it and wanted to see how all that theory then applies in practice.
I chose competition law because it's very business oriented and a nice mix between economics and law, and you can really put the legal practice and economics together to achieve great results for clients.
The reason I chose competition law was because it fused a number of my interests. I serendipitously, while I was doing my postgrad at UCT, did a course on competition law, and it was the thing I'd been looking for. It had a policy framework where, from a South African competition law perspective, you have to look at public policy issues, including employment, and the impact that, competition law has on broader sectors. But it was also sort of had a corporate law framework. So it really just fused a number of my interests, and it was the perfect solution for me.
So I chose competition law for, various reasons, but I guess the one that comes to mind is really because I started off in the corporate commercial department. I wanted to sort of be involved in deals, transactions, but also be involved in sort of in a way, I guess at the time in my thinking, be involved as I wanted to feel more like a lawyer, go to court, and at the time in my team, we were doing a lot of due diligence work, and I was spending a lot of time in the office, drafting shareholders agreements and things like that. And, we would never sort of go out and get involved in sort of litigious matters and the like. And, I felt like competition was, the right blend for me, where I could still be involved in in sort of the deals, the transactional work, and then also get involved in sort of the litigious matters, where we obviously then represent clients at the competition tribunal and the CAC and the like. So for me, it was a nice blend that was basically exactly what I was looking for at the time, and that's why I basically moved from corporate commercial to the competition department.
I have been practicing for many, many years, since 2000, almost 25 years.
I've been practicing now since 2007, so approaching 18 years.
24 years.
Been practicing coming up to 23 years, 24 perhaps.
I've been practicing competition law for 1.5 years, and prior to that was in M&A.
I started as a candidate attorney in 2014, so it's going on 10 years.
Just over 4.5 years.
I'm in my 4th year practicing competition law and my 2nd year as an associate in the ENS Competition Department.
This will be 18 years.
Since day one, and this is 15 years, going on 15 years.
I've been practicing competition law for the last 12 years.
I am in my 5th year of practicing competition law, so about 4.5 years.
I've been practicing competition law for about 1 year and 7 months.
So I've been practicing competition law for 7 years and counting now.
This is my 16th year.
Since the beginning, 24 years.
A little bit of a trick question if I'm being fair, but I would probably say mergers.
I really enjoy mergers and prohibited practices.
Mergers.
I love mergers.
I love a contested merger.
I enjoy all of them. They all bring something unique to the party, so enjoy all areas of competition.
My favorite area of competition law is mergers.
Absolutely everything.
I'd have to say mergers.
I think mergers.
Mergers.
I particularly enjoy merger control and multi-jurisdictional merger control, facilitating approvals across a number of countries on the African continent.
It's very hard to say which area of competition law I like the most. I think I like mergers.
I prefer mergers.
I would have to say merger control.
I think mergers allow you so much insight into your clients' businesses. It introduces you to new sectors, and mergers are actually such an interesting way of learning how different markets function, and so you find yourself a specialist in all number of things.
Variety is a spice of life.
I enjoy learning about the intricacies of various businesses and the markets and industries that they operate in.
I think I prefer the ex-ante investigations as opposed to ex-post factors.
That's because you end up getting to deeply know your client's business, to understand the industry, to understand how it all works. So I do think that mergers are my preferred practice area.
I guess the battle of wits, the high pressure, the dirty tricks that our rivals get up to, responding to those keeps things really exciting.
I think going back to that sort of nosy aspect of my personality, I think it gives you the opportunity to really understand the depth of what makes a business function, how it works, how it operates in the marketplace relative to its competitors. And I love learning about all the different kinds of businesses, and you really get sort of into the detail, and I think that's really what appeals to me.
I think I enjoy the process of preparing merger filings, being involved in the negotiations between the parties, and also being involved in the discussions around strategy when engaging with the competition authorities, both in South Africa and in other jurisdictions.
The interplay between various countries, regional regulators and their national counterparts. I also find that this type of work gives you great insight into the economic operations of various global companies and how they intend to expand on the African continent.
It allows you to get stuck into the businesses and to understand the business as well of clients, and also a nice complaint with a little bit of argy-bargy in litigation is also a bit of fun.
Because they're fast-paced, but a good prohibited practice case is also great because you manage to get into the detail of things. So yeah, every area has its benefits.
I guess this is primarily because of my background. As I said previously, I started in the corporate commercial department, and so when I joined the competition department, yeah, that was an area of competition law. Mergers was an area of competition law that I had a lot of interest in, obviously coming from where I came from. And fortunately for me, the competition side of merger transactions became an area of interest. And I think over the years I've done or I've practiced in mergers and the prohibited practice work and the like, but I can say definitively that mergers is my favorite.
The best thing about competition law, again, is that it allows you to work at the intersection of law and economics. Competition law has very practical applications, and it's required to continuously evolve to address the changing circumstances of the world and of society. And it really allows, at the level of lawmakers and policymakers, and the competition authorities to deal with real world issues. This can be seen very much in the market inquiries that deal with issues and problems and matters that affect everyone in society daily, and it really allows also for real world application and results that can be seen very soon.
Competition law is constantly evolving, so I would say that we're constantly learning something new, so it keeps us on our toes, which is great.
You get to meet extraordinary people across a range of industries every day.
I think it's an interesting area of law that is constantly evolving, both locally and internationally, especially in recent times. And I think it's got new and exciting developments that keep us on our toes at all times.
Is the difference in the days. You're never bored, different industries every day, different areas, so enjoy all aspects of it.
Just its dynamism and where we find ourselves in the South African landscape.
The tangible effect that it can have on consumers and the economy.
Working with smart people.
I guess the business aspects of it. So it's not just law on its own. You practice law and you get stuck into the legal concepts, but the economics and the business issues have to be joined with the legal ones.
The fact that you learn a lot about economics, businesses, how they operate, and also get insights into the people that work at those businesses, and particularly in the South African context with its public interest focus, to determine and see how transactions could impact on employees and on individuals.
The best thing about competition law for me is the reason why I went into it. And it's the fusion of public policy together with a corporate background. So I could never, and no shade to the corporate team, reviewing contracts, that's not something that necessarily interests me. So it's the fact that it's quite broad and fuses a number of my passions.
The best thing about competition law is that you learn something new every day. You engage in new industries, markets, and it's also quite a modern field of law. So we're having to continuously adapt our strategies and approach, especially in light of modern techniques and digital markets and things like that.
The best thing about competition law, to my mind, is the incredibly interesting people and business areas you get to know about. Very often you look in the press and you read something, and getting into the detail of various industries is fantastic. You end up with a very broad knowledge base, and you end up really getting to know about each and every single different type of industry, and you get to know really industry captains that operate at that level. It really is a very wonderful area in that respect.
The best thing about competition law is that the principles, I think, can be applied universally no matter where you are in the world, or at least they should be.
I'd have to say the people, but also the sort of the marriage between law and economics.
So the best thing about competition law is the fact that you come to work in the morning and it's completely different. Like it's different to yesterday. So you just don't know what to expect. You can have an idea when you walk in, to say, well, this is what I expect on this matter. This is what I want to do on this matter. But the way things typically unfold is, there's always something new that you have to address, something complicated that you have to think about that you haven't had to think about previously. And, you're always sort of kept on your toes, either, by clients or by team members. And I guess just given, the fact that the legislation is ever developing and ever changing. And so, you have to sort of keep up to date in terms of those developments. And so, you can never actually you can never say you're bored. There's always something. There's always something. And that's what I love the most.
It's just a place that for me has allowed me to grow and build my dreams and really realize, sort of what I wanted from practice. So I'd say, yeah, the fact that it's really like a home for me.
I enjoy the culture. Obviously, we work hard. We need to produce work of the highest quality, but it does still feel like a family, and there are light-hearted moments in between, which makes it all worthwhile.
Good people and smart people with smart solutions.
The people.
The best thing about working at ENS are the people. We get to learn from the best in the business. We have outstanding practitioners and they inspire excellence.
I would have to say the people. Fabulous, fabulous people.
People.
Working with smart people.
An environment where you can thrive and fulfill your ambitions and become an excellent competition lawyer.
The culture. The people, and we also get the opportunity to work on really, really great matters.
The thing about working at ENS is obviously working with such brilliant practitioners on a daily basis. You get to deal with different people from different departments who are legends in their particular fields.
I think we're very fortunate in that we are multidisciplinary. So if there's any area of law that you need an answer to, we have someone that knows it. And also our Africa reach, which is great.
Yeah, the best thing about working at ENS is the people. I think it's a straightforward answer. It's the people, it's a very welcoming environment that's just full of, smart individuals who, are available, to engage on any topic, and, people who are market leaders and people who, you can just walk into their office and just have a discussion with and learn so much from, people who've achieved so much. And for me, I consider myself as still up and coming and just being exposed to the caliber of individuals that work at this firm is a privilege and an honor every single day.
The people in my department are my family. Having been here for so very long, it's very much about the people.
I think the competition department in particular is a closely knit department, with many of us having worked together for decades. And I think we gel nicely as a unit, as a team, and it's an enjoyable place to spend your time.
Also the team, the people in the team, the fact that we've been working together for so long, it really is a great department.
Again, the best thing about the competition department is the people. The work is hard and the hours can sometimes be long, but we work with the best people and that makes it all worth it.
Competition department is characterized by team cohesion. We are all one unit, we work together, we all play a valuable role, and no one is left behind.
The people and the knowledge and expertise that you get to be exposed to.
I would have to say that the best thing about the competition department is also fabulous, fabulous people. We work with incredibly smart, intelligent, considered, funny, kind, wonderful people, and I'm very blessed to work where I work.
So the people.
With very smart people.
Great team to work in.
I think the best thing about the competition department is, getting to work with the different people that we have who are, also such great people, interesting people, and it's almost like a family within our little department.
I think what's great about our department is our clients and the type of work that we do, including high-profile matters.
Yeah, so the competition department is, it's phenomenal, I guess, for various reasons, right? So one being, obviously, the people that work in that department is what makes the department, as great as it is. And I think, then it flows on, it flows from there that we're, we are who we are in the market, I think it's not even arguably, it's a fact that, we're really like the leading competition department in the continent, and it's just because of the caliber of individuals that work in that department. What I love most about the department is similar to what I love most about the firm at large, is the people.
Yeah, it takes hard work, it takes energy, it takes innovation, and some good lateral thinking. So get stuck in and come up with these great solutions.
My advice would be to aspiring competition lawyers would be to get a solid background in law and economics, and it would be beneficial if you've got an interest in business, from a commercial perspective.
I think honestly the starting point is there's no secret for hard work. That will be the entry point not only to competition law but any other area of law that you may seek to pursue. So hard work and understanding, especially the recruitment process happens a lot earlier when you're a varsity student. So you need to understand what are the frameworks for these graduate recruitment programs, which really are the entry into a number of law firms. So keep your eye on the ground, do the hard work, but also be practical, understand your options, touch base with the various firms, and all the best.
If you're a law student, I highly recommend you taking competition law as an elective at university. You don't know what competition law is about until you actually get involved in the details of it. There is so much of everyday life and news and media that actually concerns competition law, and quite frankly, the opportunities are endless.
Say that if you want to be practicing competition law, it's very important to keep on top of your news. You need to keep on top of current affairs and know what's happening in the world. You need to understand your basic economics and how industries work and how economics work on a rudimentary level. And you need to really thrive in learning on a daily basis. That's certainly something that I do every single day. There's never a dull moment. I learn something new every single day. And so if you're not prepared to learn on a daily basis, it's not the practice area for you.
Yeah, just go for it. I think it's a really niche area of law that's growing exponentially in this country and abroad, and you'll be best placed to thrive in it.
Just, work really hard, be confident, and seek out what you want.
Be passionate about what you do and always be willing to learn.
To read the business pages, get to understand industry, markets, and how the business world works, because it stands you in good stead when approaching competition problems.
I'd say be curious, be nosy. You need to have a passion for this area of law and some drive to support that passion.
get in there and get your hands dirty. It is a fascinating field, and just try to get as much exposure to it as you can.
Come to ENS.
Give it a try, you won't regret it.
Any advice for people who want to practice competition law? Do it. Don't think twice. That's my advice. Just do it. You know, this comes from a person who didn't originally start in the competition law department. As I previously said, I was in corporate commercial, and I think the best decision I've ever made in my life was to make the move. And yeah, if you're thinking about it, don't think about it, just do it.